In this video, we will show you how to replace your PCV valve on this Ford Fusion with a 3.0 liter engine. This will be mounted on your rear valve cover. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. We're going to have to make our way down along the back side of the engine. You want to make sure that the engine's cool to the touch because this is your EGR valve. Talking about the EGR valve, I'm going to disconnect this electrical connector that leads up to it so we can easily gain access to this. This electrical connector does have a locking tab. Go ahead and squeeze in on that and pull it out of place. Every time you disconnect an electrical connector, just take a peek. If you see any funny colors, that would be corrosion and it would need to be taken care of. Assuming it looks good, go ahead and set that wiring aside for now. Now just behind that area is where you're going to find that PCV valve that goes right into the valve cover. First, we'll start with disconnecting the hose. To disconnect the hose, there's a small tab. Go ahead and grab onto that, pull it out of place, and then you can lift this up and out. Right here's where the tab is. Lift that up. A quick inspection and you can set that aside. Now looking at the PCV valve, you're also going to find that you have an electrical harness. You know what to do. Squeeze the tab and pull it out of place. A quick inspection and set it aside. There we are. At this point, you should be able to take hold of the PCV valve. Turn it counterclockwise. Lift it up and out of the valve cover. Give it a little wiggle here. There it is, friend. Now that you have the PCV valve out of the valve cover, continue on by cleaning and inspecting the mounting area. All right, let's get ready for the installation of our PCV valve. Looking at the valve itself, along the base, you should see an O-ring. You will also find that you have this groove that makes its way along the base. If you were to have a look at the valve cover itself, you're going to find that you have a circular hole, but you also have two tabs that protrude out. You want to have these slots aligned with those tabs, and then you can press this down and twist it clockwise to lock it in the proper position. Now looking down in this area at the PCV valve, I can see the direction of the electrical harness isn't facing in the same direction as when I had removed it. That means that you have to continue turning this clockwise until it's completely locked in. Listen for an audible click. Give it a wiggle and make sure it's completely secure. Once you've done that, continue on to your electrical connector. Press it in and listen for a click. I got a nice click from that. Just give it a little tug. We want to ensure that is properly secured, otherwise you will find that you have a check engine light. Continue on to your upper hose. We'll take this and put it in place along the top of the PCV valve. Once it feels as though it's sliding down, you're going to want to pay attention to that lock once again. Take hold of it, give it a little squeeze, and then you should be able to press this down one more step. Release the lock, and then give it a wiggle up and down to make sure it's completely secured. Now, since I disconnected the EGR valve, I'm also going to reconnect that electrical connector. I got a nice click, I'll give it a tug. Now at this point, you can make your way into the passenger compartment. Start up your vehicle, let it run for a little while. Make sure you don't have a check engine light, and then take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.